We learned before that the Federal Reserve, or the Fed, controls the money supply. So they can take money out of our economy or pump more money in, and those actions will affect inflation, unemployment, among other things. Now, they need to first know how much money is currently in our economy. Today we're going to look at how they do that. They have two different categories of money. The first one that we're going to be taking a look at is M1. So the Fed wants to track how much money is in the economy. To keep track of the money supply, they categorize different kinds of money. So M1 is the first kind of money that we categorize. It includes cash, checking accounts, and traveler's checks. Checking accounts just include any money that you've deposited into the bank. And then a traveler's check, not very widely used anymore, but they were used to pay for expenses while on vacation in the past. We still count them in M1 money supply. Now we've also have M2. First, you got to remember that everything that is in M1 also goes into M2. So M2 encompasses everything in M1 and a few more additional pieces of information that we're going to look at. M2 also consists of savings accounts, mutual fund accounts, and certificates of deposits, or CDs. Now, we can take a look at these three and start with savings account. So your savings account, different than a checking account. If you took out money from the bank today, it would be coming from your checking account. However, you have a separate account at the bank, most likely called a savings account. You can still take money out of there, but if you make a purchase or a swipe with your debit card, it's coming from your checking account, not your savings account. And we also count any mutual fund monies that you have saved. So this could be invested in stocks and bonds. And we also count certificate of deposits, or CDs. This is money you have in a CD specifically that you can access, or it will mature in less than 1 year. So if you go to the bank and ask to buy a CD, they will ask you how long do you want to have this money be put away. If you say 5 years, then that CD will earn interest for 5 years. However, you cannot touch or deposit that money until your 5-year period has ended. You may be able to deposit it, but the bank would be charging you a fine or a fee for taking your money out earlier. So we do count CDs that have 1 year or less until the owner of that CD will be able to claim their money. So as you can see, everything in M2 is not as liquid as everything in M1. Now liquidity just is a measure of how fast can we turn something into cash. Cash is the most liquid because cash already is cash. However, a 1-year CD, not as liquid. It's going to take us a whole entire year to be able to cash out that CD. Mutual fund, I have to call my broker and have him or her take out the money, send it to me. It's not as liquid as cash in my wallet or money in my checking account that I could spend right away just by a swipe of my debit card. So again, M1 consists of these three components here. M2 not only consists of these three components here, but also consists of everything else in M1. So M2 is not as liquid, but it is more inclusive. And remember, everything here is also the Fed can measure and determine how much money is in our economy and then adjust the money supply accordingly.